gotta do
I'll get
everything in
it.
this house.
Let me get my earphones so I could hear you apes. Let's see.
Yeah, get this voice, man. Get this voice. Y'all are hearing this voice for free, bro. Crazy.
Man, let's see who's gonna win.
Oh, this shit is too funny. All right. So you have Shiva, right? Over Lubu. Should I call you Kirishima or should I call you the Enlightenment? What should I call you?
Bro, just call him Tio.
Tio? All right, but so Tio, right? Why do you have what's his face? Shiva above Lubu? Like, what's the justification?
My justification
Or like
is
your reasoning?
I'm basing it off of Feats, Sky Eater versus his fight with his best friend.
Okay. So you do realize that that what's his face? That Raiden is able to like just punch this dude's fucking like limbs off, right?
Yeah.
Right. Are you fine with Lubu being able to like significantly damage Shiva with the fucking with that attack? That like he swings his
You mean Sky Eater?
Sky Eater, yeah, significantly damage him.
Yes.
Okay. So so are you fine with like Thor scaling like above Shiva? Like in terms of speed?
I definitely put him above Shiva, yes.
Right. And you know that Lubu in some instances actually scales to Thor, right? Like in terms of speed. I'm talking about speed now, by the way.
That really isn't a feat because Thor is really slow.
Okay. So you're gonna steal my argument?
I'm saying the question, what are you basing
Well, hold on. Because I'm saying that Lubu scales to Thor in terms of speed, right? That's all I'm arguing. You're saying that like, oh, it's just kind of not relevant because Thor kind of scales nowhere. So you want to move on from that?
Oh no, I'll explain why Shiva outspeeds Lubu.
Hold on, but that's not my argument though. Because I'm just scaling Lubu to Thor. And you're not really contesting that, so I'm asking you, do you have any contention with it? Or do you just want to steal man it and dismiss it?
No.
You have no contention? Okay,
no.
so yeah. I want to conclude because I think I won. I think I won the debate already.
You didn't.
I did. Because you agreed that what's his face, that Thor should scale above Shiva. And I was talking about speed. So yeah, therefore I scale Lubu. I scale Lubu to do significant damage with fucking Sky Eater, and he should just scale above Shiva in terms of speed. So therefore he just like blitzes and just cuts him in half. Just like fucking takes
I literally said that Thor is really slow. So the speed feat is literally none.
Okay, that's fine. That doesn't matter because you still said that Thor would scale above Shiva. So if Thor is really slow, that would just make Shiva slower.
Wait, no, villain. So you tried saying, right, that like what Thor scales above Shiva, right?
That's what he said.
Okay. Yeah, and like you're saying that like Teal agreed, but the issue with that is right after even though he I guess like agreed to it, and you could have like just cut him off right there and you could have been like, okay, that's it. I have my scaling over you and I have my complete scaling over you because I scaled relativity to that character and that character scales above Shiva. The problem is Tio right after he actually explained verbatim and he said, yeah, I think Shiva's faster than Thor. So it would be it's almost like an adjustment to his statement, you know?
I guess so. But even then, right? Even then, I pretty much already won the debate. Come on.
Yeah, because like you basically already said that like you already have AP to severely damage Shiva. All you need to argue is speed.
Severely damaged. Anyone can get severely damaged and still win the fight. Been shown multiple times. I'm saying that Shiva still wins the fight.
Right. So the thing about that is that okay, that's fine. My bad. Because I kept talking. Go ahead.
Wait,
you're arguing it's like it's like saying he scales relative to Thor, which I'm still debating because he only did literally one slash and then got stomped the entire
Okay, we
fight.
moved on from that. We moved on from that.
Okay, so
So
I don't.
speed wise, Thor and what's his face? Lubu should scale to each other speed wise.
Yes.
Right. So
However,
is Thor faster than Shiva? Yes or no?
no.
Wait, Tio said, however, like, were you gonna like elaborate or something?
I
Tio?
mean, there's nothing because listen, there's
You
nothing to
cut me
elaborate
off,
on
so it's like
because
it's
we already moved on.
The thing is, like, or at least how I've seen Tio debates, he could literally he might agree, but then extrapolate and like he might agree to like a certain aspect of that point,
Okay.
but not
Right.
agree completely. Yeah.
Right, but he said that the second time I asked him though, because the first time I asked him, no, I just straight up said that like, what's his face, Thor skills are like Lube in terms of speed, and he just said like, oh, that doesn't matter because Thor's slow as fuck. So he kind of just dismissed the argument. We moved on from that, and I don't know why, but I'm asking him again. So his answer is actually irrelevant. It doesn't matter now that if he agrees that Lubu does not scale to fucking Thor or like vice versa, it doesn't matter because he already agreed to it. So it's just a
Yeah.
that's
matter
the
of
thing.
where
I'm
does
not
Thor
I'm
scale.
not disagreeing that
Yeah, it's just
Lulu
that Tio's using like in at least in like grammar, he's using continuation words at the end, but like the only issue I'm letting him like finish his statement is one, I would stop him if it was just like a continuation and I'll be like, okay, we already agreed and then we could move on, or if it was a tangent, or if it was a further extrapolation. That is all. Yes, could
Because I
continue.
mean, if Thor scales to Lubu, then it just like it doesn't matter where Lubu scales, it just matters where Thor scales. So that's why I'm asking, is Thor faster than Shiva? And that's when he said no.
Yep.
Right.
speed wise, no. Thor is definitely not faster. Thor's literally like one of the slowest characters in the verse.
Okay. Thor, slowest character in the
Oh
verse.
yeah, by the way,
I said one
specify
of. I said one of.
specify what speed you guys are on about.
I'm
Like,
I guess just combat speed. I don't know. I
yeah.
think the fight between Lubu and Shiva is just gonna be like them standing in front of each other and just fighting. So I guess travel speed or movement speed is kind of irrelevant. I don't want to talk about that.
I mean,
I
like, is
mean,
Shiva even the type to dodge?
both of these characters are like both these characters are basically brawlers. It's just that one uses a I don't know what his weapon is,
A
but
halberd.
yeah,
What?
one just uses a halberd.
Okay, so where
But
does Thor
for the most
scale?
part,
Or who does he scale to? Or like, what does he scale to in comparison to Shiva?
um, I feel like he scaled Sky Eater. Okay, I'm trying to
Why is this about Sky Eater?
what?
Why is this about Sky Eater?
I say Shiva's above Sky Eater because when Thor
But no, but that's not what I'm asking you though. I'm asking you where does Thor scale?
Thor scales
Like in terms of speed.
um I say relative to Heracles.
Heracles? What the
Yes,
fuck? Okay, show
Hercules.
me that. I know who Heracles is, right? But show me that. How the fuck?
See,
Yeah.
that's the
You show me that. Show me that.
in terms of like combat speed, the thing is we don't really like see Thor move on his feet. He literally just throws his weapon majority of the fight, and Heracles literally just stands there. Both of them just literally does nothing but
Okay.
barely move.
You're telling me how they fight. How were they relative to each other in combat speed? That's what I'm asking.
That's the thing. We don't really see them move too much. So I can't really.
No, that's movement speed though. I'm talking about combat speed. You know what combat speed is, right?
Oh, oh, okay. Then he's. Mhm. I thought you were talking like.
We completely dismissed movement speed like 2 seconds ago.
Okay, calm down.
So how do they scale in terms of combat speed?
In combat speed, no, I still think Thor is over Heracles.
So Thor is faster than Heracles in terms of combat speed, right?
Yeah.
So what is Thor's? Okay, so So in terms of combat speed, who's faster, Thor or Shiva?
Shiva.
Right. So where does Thor scale again in terms of combat speed?
High Raiden, low Shiva.
High Raiden, low Shiva. Wait, am I misremembering shit? Show me that.
Okay.
Wait, what are you gonna show? Are you gonna show him like being lower relative to like Shiva, or how are you gonna do that? Because that's like names at
It
the same.
depends on it depends on what you want to.
It's your skating.
I'm saying high Raiden. I'm thinking while talking, which is why I stutter a little bit. But I say high Raiden because of his divine weapon. It has a slow startup. Yeah, that much is correct. But like the return speed is quite literally fast as fuck. I'm not even gonna deny that. It's pretty fast. And I think it can catch Raiden off guard.
Okay.
But
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
but Shiva, how do I wanna put this? I'm trying to figure out how to word it properly, so I won't sound stupid. But Shiva is stated to be a god of destruction who him alone is capable of destroying Earth. That's completely irrelevant. That was a stupid way of wording it.
Okay.
How do I want to say this?
Okay. What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to explain how I think Shiva is faster than Thor's divine weapon. It's mainly the startup time. It's because Thor, it's most definitely the startup time.
Okay, Tio, let me just ask you this. Okay, so do you think Shiva is faster than basically the
Wait.
trigger time
Wait.
to
No.
throw?
I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this.
Alright.
So you're thinking about Thor in terms of like the like his attack in terms of like the entire attack, right? Like you're including like the throw and then the swing. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Um, are you fine with like actually if Lubu scales in speed, that would mean that like he would scale to like the fucking swing though. That like Lubu when he swings the fucking shit with the Sky Eater, he would scale to the swing only. He doesn't have to like scale to the fucking like Thor throwing the hammer, having it spin around in the air like a boomerang, him catching it. He's not gonna scale to all that. He would just scale to the swing. You know that, right?
No, no. The thing is, there was a moment in the fight where Thor throws his hammer. Lubu dodges the initial throw, but doesn't have enough time to sorry, I had dinner. He doesn't have enough time to react to the comeback, the the hammer coming back to him. So he uses his halberd to basically swing on top of the hammer, so that way he doesn't get hit by it.
So the thing about that though is that it was just coming from behind him. And if something is coming from behind you, you're gonna have like a delayed reaction. So that was just an off guard. It's not like actual speed scaling. But regardless of all that bullshit, right? I don't see how that's irrelevant. Because my claim right now is that Lubu can still scale using Sky Eater to like the swing or like the final action of Thor's attack, which would just disregard all of the swinging bullshit. Like none of that shit matters.
Okay,
Right?
but
So Thor swinging would scale to Sky Eater swinging. So all that startup shit is just completely irrelevant. Because of course Lu Bu has like, I guess, no startup to the fucking attacks. Like he doesn't have to throw his halberd like Thor does. So I don't see how Thor, like you bringing up Thor swinging all that shit
No,
and
we're
counting
talking about
it as
we're
like
talking in terms
as
of
like
if
count. Oh, hold on. I don't see how you bringing all that up and counting it towards combat speed is like relevant. Because Lubu doesn't scale to that. Lubu scales obviously faster because he just scales to the final swing.
okay, if you're scaling Sky Eater, the initial swing of Sky Eater and Thor's whatever the fuck swing, serious swing, I don't care what it's called. Keep in mind that this one swing managed to not only block Sky Eater, but destroy his weapon and cut off his arm. Cut off his arm in the process.
Okay, is that relevant to speed?
Kinda, yes.
How is that relevant to speed? Because if anything, that's just more relevant to AP.
No, I'm over speed. I don't really know. I don't really know how to explain it because Shiva and Lubu's fights were vastly different from each other. Where Shiva's opponent was constantly on the move and Thor barely moved.
Okay, you want to just conclude the debate?
No, 'cause I still haven't heard. I still really have heard your argument fully.
Okay,
And and if I'm thinking about this like I am, I'm still seeing that Shiva's over Lubu.
That's fine. You want to conclude? Because if we conclude right now, and if what you're saying is correct, then I just auto lose. Is that fine?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go first. So the reason why I think I won is that I just stated multiple arguments for like speed, I guess. I don't really care if they went through. He also stated his speed arguments. Of course, I just slammed them. In terms of AP, my character just hits his character. So in terms of this debate, there really is no speed scaling, if any. And my character is just able to hit his, and he never really provided any scaling, like AP scaling, for his character to even damage mine. So my character just invincible. Go ahead and give your conclusion.
Yeah. Okay. I say Shiva wins over Lubu specifically because it's mainly because the fights were vastly different. They one barely moves and the other one just moves a lot, so it's hard to scale in terms of in terms of speed feats. So that's pretty much shot at this point. But it stated multiple times how Shiva's fight along with his friends capable of sending shockwaves all throughout India, and his the punches alone were able to change the weather. So in terms of these feats, I'm pretty sure Shiva beats Lubu.
That shit was not even brought up in the debate. But go ahead.
Okay. Give me a sec. Hold up. All right. So basically, it actually was brought up in the debate, but it was just dropped. But basically, Tio, difficulty of speed scaling, you realize that doesn't shut down villain's point or proves your point, right? So that means that speed in itself is just invalidated in this topic, I guess. Unless I literally just take that villain proposed some scaling of speed.
I was trying. I mean, you can find speed feats within the Thor versus Lubu fight. I didn't really see any.
Mhm.
Me personally.
Yeah,
But
yeah, there is a it's all like dependent on I guess the spectators or what you just deem as like an after image or specific calculation. But that whole AP feat of like, oh, he was able to change the weather, shockwaves were heard around India. Um, Villain, for one, never agreed. And because you didn't exactly push it into the actual debate and you only proposed it like further on into the in your conclusion, which if you're aware of like how a conclusion
I know. I realized that I mentioned this while I was saying the conclusion, and for that, yeah, I'm sorry. But for the
It's all
most,
good.
for when we were in the debate, the thing he was trying to argue was speed. I really didn't get to say much because every time I tried to say something, he would try to shut it down, and I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's
I,
that's the thing with how debates like normally typically like developed. You might think it's like, oh, it's like a non-proper debate, me mean a proper debate. Most people that do that, they have this specific mindset that it's going to be a waste of time if I disagree with what you're saying or have a contention. I'm not going to let you finish speaking because I already see an error within your logic or your argument. So it's just pointless to let you extrapolate. Or they'll have the separate mindset like, okay, I'll let this person extrapolate their point, like just one singular point, and then I'll actually be like, okay, then they'll provide a contention, or they'll stop you basically from shotgunning, right?
Mhm.
But off of basically what I've heard in this debate, Villain was able to prove that like his AP was able to severely wound Shiva. You really weren't able to prove that or push that. You brought up a feat, but with no quantification and no actual like you just brought it up at the end, which again, the conclusion is literally just what happens in the debate. You're not supposed to provide any new information. Like if you're in like you major in literature, the basics of a conclusion is to not bring up any new information that you didn't write in the essay, right? You would it
right.
would it would abide to the debate structure as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There's a difference in all of our and it's not just me and him. It's also like when me and you were arguing Buddha versus Poseidon.
Mhm.
There were times where I would try to say something and you guys would stop. You guys would speak over me, which which makes me think that you had something to say. But when I mention it again, you guys once again cut me off, and I don't know if it's like the cons of debating in like a Discord call rather than in person.
It's just aggressive rhetoric, and I already explained to you the I'm gonna be honest. I
like
only did that because I was irritated with you from beforehand. Normally, I don't do that, but
yeah,
irritation does make me more aggressive towards my opponent, and I will shift my mindset from okay, I'll hear this guy out, and then I'll provide a contention to yeah, okay, I already find a contention, so shut up, and I'll shut it down right now.
yeah, and that's usually how I debate, just aggressively.
Yeah,
So nothing personal, right? But and I did
yeah.
it specifically. If I have to remember, it was the one about like the Sky Eater where I was talking about where Thor would scale in terms of speed, and the first thing I hear come out of your mouth is like Sky Eater. So I'm like, bro, what is this guy talking about? Like
Yeah,
you would
like
see why I would interrupt, right? Tio?
yeah, there's actually a really funny thing that like Tio could have argued from the very beginning because you know how like Villain said, "Hey, do you think if Sky Eater gets pulled out, would Shiva just get severely wounded?" And you said yes, because you said severely wounded, and then you continued with saying, "I think you could be severely wounded and still win." Do you know how Sky Eater could be interpreted, Tio?
Um, sorta.
Yeah, you ever heard of a one-use attack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that's
literally,
what
you could have just said, "Hey, you use Sky Eater once, it breaks, disintegrates."
that's that's what I was. That's what I
Oh
was.
my god!
That was literally what I was. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
Before I got
sure,
before I
bro,
got
sure, bro,
before
sure,
I
bro,
got cut off. Before I got cut off.
sure, bro,
Before I
yeah.
got cut off.
Look,
sure,
You were
bro.
Tio. When you're in a debate and you get cut off, do not forget what you're going to say. Keep that in your head because literally, like this aggressive rhetoric counters you so badly because you get you get engaged with somebody with aggressive rhetoric. They keep attacking every single thing you say, which makes you drop and forget what you were actually about to say or what you were continuously saying by bringing up a new point. That for one makes you lose points because you just keep dropping them and dropping them and dropping them. But two, if you're gonna keep forgetting these good points that you could have won this debate with, Because like no offense to villain, but
No,
I
no,
don't
that
know.
shit was.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm not
what you were
gonna
gonna
lie.
say about
No,
that.
no, those arguments are ass. I'm like, bro, I have no speed scaling. If I could just make him drop the debate right here, I win. So I'm like, fuck it.
But yeah, bro,
Nah,
because dude, dude, she was like what, like the heaven's greatest brawler or something like that.
yeah,
If it's a fist,
that's what I was trying to say. Like before,
Yeah.
while entering this call, before the debate even started, I was literally thinking to myself, and I was planning on asking him, "Hey, yo, do you really think Lubu beat Shiva?" Because
man. Oh wait, before I end this recording, would be my verdict. I'm saying low to mid diff, because villain was a monkey. Yeah, I'll go with
Bro,
that.
I'm a handsome
Tio,
man.
do you need me to explain to you why I think you lost, or uh, do you think you won?
are you talking
Uh,
to me or villain?
yeah, I'm talking to you. Like, I'll explain it to you if you like have a contention or like have a question on why you lost.
I mean, you can explain it.
But so basically, the reason I think you lost is just besides you just having to drop points and like forgetting the key point that you were supposed to push and that you say you were gonna push, that could have probably won you the debate actually, because I don't know,
Cap.
unless the villain pulls up some like weird aggressive skepticism
I'm
like a
retarded.
monkey.
Nah, easy. Nah, the thing is, right? So I had this argument in my back pocket that I literally just developed, where it's like, even though Sky Eater breaks or whatever the fuck, right? If Lubu is the strongest human, he would scale above Raiden, and Raiden is able to like punch Sheepa's limbs also. So
Yeah,
Lubu
Yeah,
just
but
and like
according to
his
everyone in
weapon
the fan
breaks
base,
and he just starts punching his limbs off.
what are you saying, Tio?
according to everyone in the fan base, apparently his title strongest human on earth is simply because of his technique with like his muscles, and mainly he puts it to use in his sword. And Raiden literally has the strongest muscles, which makes him the strongest how do I want to put this? Brawling.
Raiden is the strongest fighter because he's the strongest of the strongest fighting style.
Yeah.
That's
So
literally his title.
Like even then, all that shit is irrelevant because Lubu uses a halberd and not a sword, so debunked. Anyways.